guys, today it is time for another Top 5 Wednesday. This week's topic are your top 5 books that you feel betrayed by, and it wasn't an easy topic, but in the end I feel like I have come up with quite the different amount of books that I felt betrayed by for different reasons. I do kind of have characters included as well in a way, but we're just gonna get into it. I did not rank these because that just feels a little bit weird, and especially as I really feel betrayed by these for very different reasons. The first one I actually want to talk about is the final Harry Potter book, and I mean, this is obviously a spoiler if you haven't read it. I know there's still a few people out there, so I'm just gonna mention it now. I really wasn't happy with the end of the 7th book, and I'm not talking about the epilogue. That was a whole another thing in itself. But I was so sure, so fucking sure, Harry was gonna die. And then I guess he kind of died, but then he didn't really die. And I am still kind of slightly mad about it, especially as now that I'm older, I just see more problems with the series in general. So I was always like, it's fine, like I can deal with it, like this is what J.K. Rowling decided to do, and so I can live with it. Now I'm not having this kind of perfect, wonderful view of the series anymore, and that kind of leads me to being more honest about how I was very disappointed with Harry not dying in the final book as well. I know this kind of sounds stupid, like obviously I don't actually want Harry to die, but I just think this, for me, this was always how the story was supposed to end. I always thought there was no way Voldemort would die and Harry would survive. I always thought it would be both of them dying. I thought this was how it was supposed to be, and then I really liked how it was done and really liked how the story played out after he fake died. But yeah, for me, I always kind of felt betrayed by that ending because I just thought Harry would have to die, definitely. And I guess he did in a way, but that makes it feel like a betrayal even more. If we're on the fucking topic of Harry Potter, let's just talk about The Cursed Child. I didn't expect to love it. That's the thing. I didn't expect to love it, and I didn't expect it to feel anything like Harry Potter. But I feel so fucking betrayed by J.K. Rowling with just how she was like, this is fine, and was like, that this is what we're gonna do. I will never understand how she approved this, because it's an actual piece of shit. I'm just mad. I guess I just feel in general a little bit betrayed by J.K. Rowling. This was the chance to put canon queer characters into this. And I'm not even talking about Albus and Scorpius. Like, don't even get me started on Albus and Scorpius. Just give me some canon queer characters. Oh my fucking god. I'm not gonna be fucking okay until you put fucking queer characters canon into your fucking stories. And if Fantastic Beasts doesn't fucking do that, then I'm fucking done. Okay. Oh my god. I'm sorry, it actually like makes me so mad that I want to cry, because like I'm an emotional person and angry things make me cry, and it makes me so fucking angry. This I wasn't expecting to go there, but I went there, so I'm not gonna even pretend it didn't happen. I'm just done. I'm fucking done. And then I have the Grisha trilogy by Leigh Bardugo, and I guess this is kind of a character one because I feel a little bit betrayed by the Darkling in a way, and really that's not Leigh Bardugo's fault or anybody's fault, except for me kind of thinking who the Darkling would be, judging from what everybody said. But really that's my own fault for thinking I would know this character before even starting the trilogy. Oh god, I'm scared to say it, because like this is gonna get me some shit probably, but I honestly think the Darkling is a really one-dimensional villain in the Grisha trilogy. And the thing is, I have read the novella about his past, and I really love that. And that really showed that he is not a one-dimensional character. But in the trilogy, from everything we find out about him, he is a one-dimensional villain for me. He is not interesting or fun or anything. And I think not for all of them. Oh my god, please don't get me wrong. Like, there's some people where I can really see why they love the Darkling. But I think for a lot of people, he's just their favorite villain because he's hot. Like, don't. I don't want to steer like any kind of controversial stuff here. Like, I just didn't like him. I don't understand why people love him, but go out there, please love him. That's fine by me. I just don't understand it, and I just feel betrayed by him in a way, because like I thought he would be different. And then I definitely want to talk about the Neil trilogy by Lynn Madsen. This is another one that I just feel betrayed by in a very horrible sense because it started out so great and then it stabbed me in the fucking back with the last book. Because that last book was really not a good book. And I'm just still so sad to talk about it because I also really, really liked the second book. It wasn't as good as the first one, but I still really liked it. The thing is that I feel betrayed by it because what the first book did was it solved some of the mysteries from the first book and then kind of introduced new mysteries. So I was like, oh cool, like the second book solved some stuff from the first book. That will mean that in the third book we will probably have a similar situation. Like I was used to questions being answered and mysteries being solved and just getting a good conclusion. I had high hopes for the third book because I knew it was possible. And then when that didn't happen in the third book and the third book was just boring and introduced new characters that nobody really needed. Yeah, honestly, when it comes to like betrayal, where I'm just really like sad and stuff, I think that would probably have to be my number one. And then finally, I want to include one that is a little bit more on the positive side of things, and that is the Shades of Magic trilogy. Surprise! I know, but I can only tell you if you have read the third book, because there's really no way for me to talk about this without spoilers. So please mute this video or skip it until I'm not holding the book anymore if you haven't read it. But also if you haven't read it, what are you doing? You should read it. It's amazing. So I honestly feel betrayed by this in a very good way, as I said, because never would I have expected that everybody kind of gets out of this story in such a wonderful way. And the thing is that obviously we had minor characters that died and that I was very, very sad about. But I never expected Cal to get what he wanted, which is to travel, Lila to be a captain, and for them to be together. And then I guess Rai and Alucard, for them it's a little bit different, as you know, Rai just kind of was put into this position of being a king way too early, and Alucard was kind of stripped of his like captain-y things, but still they were both in really good positions. They were both not dead and they were together. Like what? And even Holland, I knew Holland was gonna die, so it obviously made me sad, but I wasn't surprised that he died, and his death was so beautiful. And I just feel betrayed by this because I was expecting someone of these 5 main characters, well, Holland to die, yeah, but some of these like 4 main characters to die, and they didn't. I never expected Cal and Lila to end up together, and they did. I've never been this happy to be betrayed, quite honestly. Still cannot get over how perfect this ending was. I'm so thrilled that everybody lives and that these OTPs, like both of them, are together. What is happening? I've never been more thrilled to be betrayed. Like, give me more of this. And these were my top 5 books / characters / authors that I felt betrayed by. I know I kind of just took this in a very loose way. I'm sure there's like actual characters that actually betrayed someone in the book that some of you will feel betrayed by. But I just kind of thought it was interesting to talk about it in that way. And yeah, I thought it was just a really fun topic that you could just see in many different ways. I'm already very interested in seeing what everybody else is kind of talking about, if I'm the odd one out with my like kind of liberal choices, I guess. But thank you so much for watching, and I guess I'll see you soon.